Hey guys, Sam here, and welcome to another re-review. This time it's on an episode I covered that comes from a superhero show. That show is called Justice League Unlimited, and the episode I covered was called Kid Stuff. If you're wondering, yes, this is the episode where our heroes, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, and Green Lantern, get turned into kids. And judging by the views on YouTube, it's probably one of the more popular episodes. I did talk about why I liked the episode before, but I want to go over it again, not just to give newcomers a chance to see what I think of it, but to also do a better job at covering it than last time. So, you know the drill. Summary first, thoughts afterwards. Okay, let's begin. It starts off with the villainous mother and son duo, Morgan Le Fay and Mordred, going deep into the mountains. There, they discover a very powerful artifact, the Amulet of First Magic. In their eyes, this piece of magic could be used to conquer the world. But Morgan's son decides to take the amulet for himself, tired of living in his mother's shadow. With the amulet's power, he banishes his mother and all the other adults away. While that's going on, our heroes, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, and Green Lantern, are battling their usual foes at a bank. After that's taken care of, Mordred's spell comes and makes them disappear. Well, not disappear exactly, it just sends them to another dimension with all the other adults. That's where our heroes meet Morgan Le Fay, who explains everything. Also, she says she can't stop Mordred because he's more powerful than her right now. But she has an idea that could stop him. Because Mordred's spell banished adults, that means the world has just kids living in it. Yep, you guessed it, Morgan Le Fay suggests sending our heroes back to stop Mordred as kids. Despite some reluctance, our heroes agree to do it. So they get sent back as kids. And yes, it is cute, funny, and kind of cool too. They then head after Mordred, who now has his own castle and kingdom. Once our heroes arrive, Mordred tries to stop them by making some action figures into his own life-size bodyguards. It takes a while, but the heroes manage to stop them. Then Mordred opens a trap door, dumping the heroes into a dungeon. There they come across one of their allies, Etrigan, who's been turned into a baby. They try to fight it, but it doesn't work. But they manage to stop him when Wonder Woman takes on the big sister role and scolds Etrigan for his behavior. This actually gets Etrigan to cry, so Wonder Woman comforts him. After that's taken care of, the heroes manage to get all the kids to safety before they face Mordred again, with a little help from Wonder Woman again. This time the heroes try to use stealth to defeat Mordred. They try to quietly take the amulet away from him while he's sleeping, but it doesn't work. They try to attack him, but it's too late. Mordred uses the amulet to make himself bigger. This results in our heroes running away and locking themselves inside Mordred's castle. After they hash out a plan, they go to take Mordred down once and for all. They get the amulet, toss it back and forth to each other, get it in the hands of Etrigan, and he destroys the amulet by biting it. Unfortunately, Mordred has absorbed the amulet's power and still has the edge on our heroes. He takes out a sword and is about to finish them off, until he comes across a crying child looking for her mom. Mordred gives a really terrible response and doesn't help, which gets the girl to cry more. The heroes then decide to use this as an advantage. They start making fun of Mordred for being a bad king, and say he's too chicken to be an adult. So Mordred tries to show them all by turning himself into an adult, which means he's banished too. Yep, he banished himself with his own spell, and turning himself into an adult used up all the amulet's power. Oops! So yeah, everything goes back to normal. Mordred's damage is undone, all the adults return, they get reunited with their kids, and our kid heroes go back to being adults again. They also learned that because Mordred abused the amulet's power, he no longer has eternal youth. He only has eternal life now. And the episode ends with Morgan Le Fay caring for her son. Her old, weak, and feeble-looking son. The end. So that's the episode. What are my thoughts? Well, I did like it, but it does have flaws. Let's go over the problems I have with it first. 1. Mordred uses the amulet to banish all adults, but that's not what he actually said.
I never want to see you or anyone older than me ever again.
So, logically, every adult and anyone else older than him should have been banished. Like me, for example. Point is, the line just could have been written differently. I never want to see you and any other adult ever again. There, problem solved. Second, there are plenty of cliched moments and lines that did kind of make me roll my eyes. There's the, why don't you pick on someone your own size line, and then there's one moment where Batman launches a backclaw at Mordred and misses. Yeah, you get what's coming next. Speaking of Mordred being an idiot, that's my third and final problem. How was he so stupid to fall for the trick at the end? I mean, yes, I get it, he's a kid, but he did show off that he was a powerful and kind of smart kid, just very egocentric and nasty. I mean, it's funny to see how he got tricked, but it just makes it look like a massive idiot. I mean, he was the one who made the banishing spell in the first place. Now he's an old, weak man, bound to be with his mother for all of eternity with no eternal youth left. This was something I forgot to mention in my original review of the episode, and yeah, this conclusion does end the episode off on a disturbed and bittersweet note. I'm not saying it's bad, I just didn't expect that ending. And look, the problems I mentioned didn't ruin the episode for me. Honestly, aside from those, there's no other problems I have with it. The heroes being turned into kids was a great idea. It leads to a lot of good humor, some really cute designs, and some nice voice acting from the kids. The kid who played Superman is Shane Hobocha, hopefully I said that right, who also played Billy Batson in another episode in the show, and was also Robin in the movie Justice League: The New Frontier. The kid who played Batman is Kyle Alcazar, wicked last name by the way, who not only was in an episode from ER, but also was in a 2005 movie called Racing Stripes. He didn't have a big acting career, unfortunately. But the kid who played Green Lantern kind of did for a bit. That's Mark John Jeffries, the same kid who played George Little's best friend in Stuart Little 2, and was one of the two kids impressed by Tobey Maguire's backflip in Spider-Man 2.
How'd you do that?
Work out, plenty of rest, you know, eat your green vegetables.
As for Wonder Woman, the kid who played her is the most famous one. Who is she? Well, it's the one and only Dakota Fanning. Yeah, I'm not joking, that's really her, and honestly, she does a good job as always. Honestly, every kid did a good job. What makes them especially good is that the spell that turned the heroes into kids did change their personalities slightly. They still have the same powers, but they are more kid-like. Batman is brattier and more serious than usual, Wonder Woman takes on a big sister role, and her crush on Batman becomes more obvious. Superman becomes more naive, and Green Lantern is more imaginative and enthusiastic, but can also have a short attention span and be a little dumb.
He's almost asleep. We can take him. I'll make a lawnmower and chew him up. We'll split up and sneak behind him. The Lantern can do his thing, but no mowers. Why? Because it's stupid.
All of this leads to some nice comedy, good character moments, and even some decent sentimental scenes. There's one moment where they are stuck in the castle and trying to figure out a plan. Green Lantern starts thinking of a crazy plan again, but Batman harshly cuts him off. This actually hurts Lantern's feelings, which Batman notices right away. So he takes back what he says and allows Lantern to do what he wants while the others take care of the rest. It's not a big major moment, but it's a nice little moment that's quick and to the point. Sometimes you don't need a lot of minutes in a scene to get something across to the audience. Sometimes you just need either a few lines or a few seconds that keeps things concise and natural. It's sweet. Speaking of sweet, this episode has a lot of Batman and Wonder Woman shipping fuel. Personally, I'm more of a Batman and Catwoman fan, but I do like this ship. They do get some cute and funny moments in the episode, so it's enough to make the shippers happy. Honestly, the funniest character was Wonder Woman. The way she gets the kids to do what she says is really how a big sister would act, and the way she stops Etrigan is really funny and kind of adorable.
That's all he needed.
Oh man, that ain't all he needs.
Well, I said kind of adorable. Other than that stuff, the rest is good too. The animation is nice, the action is cool, the rest of the comedy was decent. It was an episode that had a cool idea and mostly took advantage of it. I say mostly because, honestly, I would like to see a show like this. Not a super duper kiddie one like on Nick Jr., I mean a show that actually has our heroes as kids. I think there is some potential there. Regardless, this was a nice episode altogether, so the final score I'll give it is an 8 out of 10. Well, that's the end of my thoughts on it. Now it is time to give you some fun facts about the episode and make some jokes along the way. I have done endings to reviews where I make tons of jokes, but I want to see if I can make this a regular thing. Tell me what you guys think of it in the comments. Anyway, let's start with some fun facts. 1. This would be the last time Morgan Le Fay and Mordred would be in a Justice League episode. They only physically appeared in 2 episodes. One was a Justice League episode called A Night of Shadows, and of course, Kid Stuff. 2. This was one of 3 episodes where a villain transformed Wonder Woman into another form. There was one episode where she was turned into an ape, and another, she was turned into a pig. Man, Diana did not have the best of luck. Good thing she didn't turn into a bunny. That would have given the Rule 34 artist something to work with. There's already art of that, isn't there? God damn it! 3. There's a moment where a little girl is caring for her baby sister and asks for milk from Mordred. Mordred then gives her a cow. Turns out the cow has 5 teats, when regular cows have 4. Maybe Mordred added an extra teat for the baby? You never know. And finally, number 4, this background for the dimension the adults were banished to is used in a couple of Teen Titans episodes, calling all Titans and Titans together. Okay, those are all the fun facts. Now, for the jokes.
It was Judgment Day, and we got sent to the bad place. The bad place!
Nah, you got it wrong. This is the actual hell in DC Comics. Also, I found out that the DC heroes or anybody else can actually get a phone signal in hell. You just have to use Verizon. I knew it. I knew they were used by the devil.
I wore glasses as a kid. Guess I need them again.
Am I the only one that thinks a young Green Lantern with those glasses on kind of looks like a younger Steve Urkel? Just with different kind of glasses and a more likable voice?
Can I do that?
I hope not.
You missed, Batman! I mean, it's not like you meant to miss so you could catch me by surprise!
Dumbass!
Well, look on the bright side. At least you don't look as embarrassing as Keanu Reeves' Batman. The voice? Good. The design? Laughable.
You okay, tough guy? Let go, I'm fine.
Be gone, fuck!
I'm sorry, I couldn't think of a better joke than that. That's the only time I'll use it, I promise. Ugh, this is disgusting. Although, it's better than having to do another Superman movie with Bryan Singer. The first one was so boring. At least Snyder isn't boring. And is also not a monster.
I guess I'll go with Clark. Unless I should go with you. Whatever. I'm fine to go with Diana.
So Bruce and I are good to go?
I changed my mind. I'll go with Bruce, and John can go with Clark. Whatever.
It's amazing how we view kid love and adult love. When this is done while they're kids, it's cute. If this was done while they were adults, well, let's just say a lot of the internet would have a bunch of colorful jokes ready to go. Although, now that I think about it, would adult Wonder Woman use her lasso of truth during sex? And would Batman go down on her? Oh, wait, I forgot. Superheroes don't do that. Yeah, right. See, this is what happens when you let toddlers have small things. Their first instinct isn't to inspect it, it's to eat it like a guy eating Cheez-Its. They just can't resist. Really can't resist. Yes, I'm eating one, don't judge me!
Since you got all that power, you could have been a man anytime you wanted. I think you're too chicken to grow up.
Yep. Big chicken, that's what you are.
Man, those same words can be used against other people. Like Ted Cruz, for example. And transphobes, and homophobes, and racists, and snobby rich kids, and half of Twitter, and 80% of Facebook, and Kiwi Farms, and Cosmodor, and Disney. I could keep going, but this video is long enough as it is.
Mommy.
Please tell me there's no Rule 34 of these two out there.
You disappoint me.
Circumstances aside, it was kind of enjoyable to be a kid again.
I haven't been a kid since I was 8 years old.
Man, you killed the mood, Bats. At least things can't get more depressing.
Well, don't you worry, baby. Mommy's going to take good care of you. From now on.
It's a good thing I didn't watch this while I was a kid. I would have laid a brick. Okay, those are all my jokes, and that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, give it a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Also, let me know what you thought of the episode and this video in the comments below. And finally, I want to give a shout out to Mr. Custodian. All these clips I used in this review were found by him. Check out the other videos he's posted on his channel too. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, my name is Sam, and mwah, good night, everybody.